Hello everybody, I am Raghavi Nagarajan and I am recording this video because I would like to write this letter to myself. Where do I start? Let me try. I live in a mental cage. I am attempting here to break a mental cage and find myself all over again. I am a 7-year-old adult, if that's even a thing. I don't know. But there is so much that has happened in my life which I essentially don't regret, but I have problems with, right? I used to be a gifted kid. I used to be academically excellent. I used to always do things ahead of time. I never had to study for a test. All of that. Every, you know, typical, stereotypical part of it was there. Used to be me. Until one day I became an adult that no longer was happy. I started seeking out for pain in various ways. Most of all these problems happen because of this whole gifted child, tag, where I was so good at so many things. I never learned how to fight. I never learned how to negotiate. I skipped so many steps of how to do in life that now I'm suffering and I don't know how to do so many things. If it does not come easy to me, I quit at first try. And that's horrible. This paired with high function depression and anxiety just makes it so horrible. I am a successful adult. I do all my chores, all my duties very well. But am I successful in my personal life? No. I have lived with this victim mentality for the longest of time, saying, hey, you've lost so much potential. You have nothing more to lose. And that has killed so much of progress for me. I accepted that I will never be good at something. And I pulled myself through so many horrible incidents and shame, you know, shame is a big factor. And I constantly look back and think, where did all that talent go? Where did all that skill go? It was not a lie, that I was gifted. I did those things. I performed well. I personally wrote all those tests, so I definitely scored well. I was intelligent. I picked up on multiple skills quickly. But where did I go wrong? This question killed me, and I quit my job because I was I was going through a gifted child burnout and I was screaming for help and I didn't know what to do. So now I am going through financial difficulties, and when I look back and try to solve the root cause of all of this problem, I am thinking it must be a me problem. So here I am trying to put my life out there, finding some kind of support and validation, I suppose, from people who are like me, and trying to rebuild myself. It's the only way I see out of all of this. ADHD. Talking about ADHD, I have never been able to successfully complete a task when I take it. To film this video, it's taken me months. It's not just days or weeks, but months. And that's because I keep getting diverted to different things. There's always excuses, there's always something that takes a higher priority, someone's screaming for my help. I tell myself all the time, I put myself in the illusion that people outside me need all my attention and they deserve all the kindness, but I constantly forget and don't remind myself that the only person that needs the most amount of kindness from me is me. I can be the best person, best friend, best wife, best daughter, best sister to everyone. And has it helped me grow in life? Yes. I have an abundant, you know, barrel of love, but it's led me to feel even worse. The more I delve into the depths of myself, I am empty. I I still feel like a failure. I feel like I could have been so many different things, and today I am nowhere. And I want to build myself. I want to do better. I want to achieve all these things. I want to go get it. And yeah, there's just so many things, but all the therapists in the world and all the self help in the world will never get to me because I don't do. I consume. I consume like I am a glutton. I constantly scroll. My screen time averages around 7 hours a day. It's an addiction, and I don't do. I don't do because I'm not ready for these struggles that are yet to come my way. I imagine the pain and I diverge. I find escapism easier than putting myself to work. I don't execute, I consume. I am so addicted to the scrolling. I and the dopamine hit that it gives me that I live in an illusion. I am an addict to a screen, to the victim mentality, to the gifted kid burnout. And I've stayed here for long enough. It's time to break it. I used to be a gifted kid with all the perfect scores and talent, who sings and dances and does her maps and homework perfectly and had leadership qualities, all of that, yes. But what I didn't have were friends. What I don't have even today is good memories where I enjoyed with a bunch of people. That made me into a people pleaser, and I don't I can't say I regret it because I genuinely do give my time and attention to people when I in it's my way of showing them love, all of that, yes, but I think a lot about lost potential. I I have my identity tied to unsustainable standards, and although I don't regret a lot of the things that I've done in my life, there's a lot that needs to be addressed. I need to break this mental cage and I need to give myself a second chance to do something better for myself. I had to take a break to wipe my tears. I'm sorry. But this is too much. And yes, social media can be vindictive, and I am afraid that I will be attacked for being a privileged person who did nothing. But I'm willing to own it. I'm willing to change. I want to go on a journey where I be a better version of myself and stop seeking all this pain, stop seeking all this disappointment, and live up to my full potential of how much ever I have today. I want to move away from my past identities and self and forge a new one. And I want to find friends who are going through something similar. I know I am not alone. I know I'm not the only one. I just hope I can be stronger. I just hope I can do more than I consume. Here's to focusing on improving and not just being okay. Here's to finding my way in the storm. Thank you for watching and welcome to my life.